Why you lose the girl the moment you care too much. I'm going to speak from personal experience on this one because this one hits deep. When you're the emotional one, when you are the one in your own thoughts, anxious, nervous, worried, you're caring. That's an emotional feminine trait. You lose. You cannot be in that boat. She has to be the emotional one. She's the female. Let me tell you a story about how this happened exactly to me and what shifts my perspective forever so that I'm never in that frame anymore and I've never had this situation happen again. Literally my entire life from this one perspective shift. When I was in college, one of the first girls I ever dated seriously, obviously is gonna have high impact on your brain. And I dated this girl and I liked her. I wanted a girlfriend, I liked her, and I was lacking purpose, and I was so in my head, I cared so much. So here's what happens. And what happened to me. When I cared this much, I would have work and school, but she was always like top of mind. That's a bad sign. When she is top of mind, when she's the number one thing that your mind spends time on, you overthink, you get in a feminine frame, you care too much. So naturally, when I was in my own head, when I was caring so much about this girl, I would be over analytical of her behavior. I would cause more fights. There would be more drama, and it pushed her away. Yes, I shouldn't have been with her in the first place, trust me. She had like a long-term ex before me. Obviously, she's gonna be still in love with him. And so there was a lot of red flags I couldn't see beforehand, which is my own fault, right? And you learn these things as you date and as you go through the game. And so with this dynamic in the background and with her being number one in my mind, I was always like talking to her and I was always trying to see her and I was always spending time with her and I was always causing like this emotional turmoil because I knew in the back of my mind that what she was doing was a problem, but I cared way too much. And with me caring, she pulled away. Right? There can only be one person doing this and one person doing that in any dynamic of a relationship. And so I was the one doing this. Yes, she liked me a lot in the beginning and she loved me, etc. But with me going this way, she had nowhere else to go with that way. So I'm blowing up her phone. I'm causing problems. I'm getting mad over little petty things. I'm caring way too much. And she's pulling more and more away because that's not attractive. And you have to look at it like this, guys. And by the way, that relationship lasted only a couple months. I was 18 at the time. It only lasted a couple months. It didn't last a whole lot. And I learned a ton from it because I didn't look at red flags, which is another video, but I cared way too much. And here's what I realized. Here's the perspective shift that literally changed basically my entire life when it came to women. If I care so much and if I'm emotional and if I'm causing issues, she's going to pull. The masculine frame is stoicism, it's poise, it's not being attached, it's detaching, it's being nonchalant, because that's a feminine behavior. Those are feminine actions. It's the woman's job to be in her mind, to be anxious, to be worried, to be nervous. It's the man's job to hold it down. It's the man's job to not cause problems around stupid shit, right? It's the man's job to lead. A man can never lead if he's in the emotional boat, and there only can be one person in the emotional boat. And so I wasn't leading. I was emotional. I was caring. I wasn't leading with purpose. I had no purpose at the time. The purpose was her in our relationship, which is disgusting for women, right? If they're the number one thing in your life and you care so much about them, you're going to lose them. You're going to freaking lose them. How can you lead them and be the man if you're the puppy dog, caring, emotional, worried, attached, pursuing? It doesn't make any sense, guys. The masculine frame is you are the one in charge. You are leading. By default, you cannot be hyper emotional and care and be pursuing if you are the one leading. How can you chase and lead at the same time, guys? It doesn't make any sense. So I got cooked. I got cooked. She went back to her ex, blah, blah, blah. I was hurt and I really had to evaluate, how am I playing this game? How am I actually seeing women? How am I behaving that's causing the behavior in them? When I broke it down, I cared way too much. And if this is something that you guys have ever been involved in, what you have to just do at that point is just step back. Completely step back, change your behavior, switch up, and change the frame. And because I didn't have awareness of that, I lost her, which is fine, obviously. Like hindsight, it's all good. Because it taught me a lot. But I lost her because I cared too much. I was too in my emotional. I was too in the feminine. I had to be more stoic. I had to be more masculine. I should have seen the problems that were going on and just completely backed off. You actually, the more problems you see, the less you should care. You shouldn't care that much to begin with, But the more nonchalant you are, the less you're attached, the more she's going to want to chase you. The more you're in your masculine, the more you can lead the relationship forward. When you're caring too much, you're not leading, you're pursuing, you're in your own head, and that is very repulsive and unattractive because they're the ones that are the emotional ones. They're the women, guys. And if you want more deeper, darker insights on all the stuff I've learned over the years, over the decade of dating, check out the link in the description for my free Telegram. We go way in depth. It's an amazing community, and I'll see you there.